So Karen, I'm interested in having hypnotherapy and I'd like to know a bit more about how it can help me. Can you tell me what happens at the initial consultation?
Yeah, sure, Rachel. The initial consultation really is an opportunity for you to give me a bit of background really about what brought you here, and we can look about why you might suffer in the way that you do. Look about how that might have developed over time with all people really, and what's happening inside the brain to make that happen. Then I'll explain what happens in subsequent sessions, and at the end of the initial consultation I'll give you a CD of which you can go away and practice, and you'll start to notice the changes straight away.
And can you tell me a bit more about what happens in the subsequent sessions?
Yeah, sure. The subsequent sessions really, the first part of the session is the talking part, and that's where you tell me how the week's been, what's gone well, what's worked for you, and what your goal would be, where you want to be, and we look at solutions as to how to get you there. And then the second part of the session is the hypnosis or trance part of the session, and that's just a guided relaxation really, reinforcing the goals that you've set during the session.
You mentioned the word trance. I'm a little bit worried about the idea of going into a trance, about being under hypnosis. Can you tell me a bit more about what that involves? I'm a bit worried about not being in control.
Yeah, sure, and I don't think you're alone in that. Well, trance is just an ordinary everyday thing really. We go in and out of trance about 7 or 8 times a day when you might be running, or if you're driving and you've got to work and you know you've got there, you're obviously in control, but you're not quite sure, you can't remember the journey. So generally we're going in and out of it all the time, and it's also something that happens every night during your REM stage of sleep. And it's really where just the two parts of the mind, the conscious and the subconscious, come together to focus on the same thing. And so it's when you process what's happened during the day and you take it from a sort of emotional memory into sort of making sense of it and moving forward with your life. At no point are you not in control, and also, you know, I can't suggest something to you that you don't want to do. So you've got complete control all the time, and generally people find it a very pleasurable experience.
Okay. That's very reassuring. Can you tell me how many sessions you think I'll need to have of hypnotherapy?
Well, it depends what you come with. Something like smoking is just one session, it's only 2 hours and then it's over and done with. Phobias and fears, sometimes they can be addressed in you have an initial consultation and then 3 sessions after that. If it's something a bit more complex, like an anxiety problem or depression or motivation, then it's relatively fast for a therapy, between 8 and 12 sessions. Sometimes, dependent on how ingrained the problem has been for you or whether you've had it for a long time, it can take a bit longer than that, but we will tailor it to your needs really.
Okay, thank you very much, that was very helpful.